Hey everyone, Matt from Workshop Tinkers here. So, I've had the 101 Hero for about a week now. I figure I'd do a review of what I think of it, what I've done so far for improvements, what my next steps improvements are. So, as you can see, I have it hooked up to my laptop running Simplify 3D, which I have for my other printer. I love the program, by the way. It's awesome. But anyways, I've done several prints. I've been concentrating on this little guy. Is the cute Octobowl, and I'm going to start with the order of print. So start off with, this is one I printed with my Wilson 3D. This is what I'm considering control. It is fine enough where actually these defects are, I'm pretty sure, slicer rendering defects. That are their stepper defects from the I believe it's only 128 steps per rotation on my Wilson 3D printer. So I consider this good, crisp, no stragglies, no nothing. When I started printing on my 101 Hero, I started with this. The reason why I chose this print was I don't like Benchy's, and I didn't see a Benchy on their site, 101 Land. This is one I found on their site. I put it on the SD card, let it run. It's not too bad. It has a lot of stringing issues. And then this I think is a problem because of some settings in the slicer. The reason why I say that is I did it a second time, same issues. This one, as you can see these lines, that is spool drag, I'm 95% sure. The reason why I'm pretty sure about that is I fixed it. I made a modification that is a fix. So, but what you can also see for these two, and number 3, big format, is they're reversed. My towers were out of order. I had to actually switch. So the wires on here, according to the manual, if I can pull it out, is HIJ-ABC. I ended up doing BACHJI. Why? Two of my things were switched. So if you're getting mirrored, just make sure they go counterclockwise. So J is to A, I is to B, H is to C, and just can start swapping them around so you get one that gets it in the correct mirrored setup so that it's not backwards. Anyways, I moved for this print. I started using my laptop, got it full size. That was an accomplishment for me. I did not have any lifting issues, no warping, no nothing. This is using some filament I have, the Hatchbox. I prefer using it. Then I start using this yellow stuff. I don't know what the manufacturer is, so before I did the yellow, I did 2 improvements. One, as you can see here, I added this tubing here. This is PTFE Bowden tubing. You just loosen these 3 screws. You can pull the old little chunk out, and put it in, and it's just zip tied here. The reason for that is spool drag, or in this case, I don't think it's so much drag as in the little tiny windings of filament that come with this got tangled. This stuff got tangled up and caused some drag issues. My fault, I'm sure, 100%. But anyways, so I did that. I added a piece of foam back here, which you can't really see. Piece of foam as a filament wiper. That's just because my workshop's filthy. I've been kicking up a lot of dust working on other things. It's clogged my other printer up twice now. This fixes it. Not everyone needs that. I'm just in the dirty area. So the third thing I did was I added a part cooling fan. This is an external. I put it up on the side. It doesn't work 100% well. As you can see, I still have stringing issues. Some. But it's vastly improved. Like here, I didn't clean that up at all. And the face looks a lot better. I do have separation and warping issues. That is from the temperature of my basement being so cold. And I didn't babysit this part. I kind of let it just run. So for being mostly just ran, I forgot about it, let it sit. This took 10 hours to print. This is not a slow printer. So a couple of notes I had to find out. The recommended speed is 14 millimeters a second. I normally print at 60. This is painfully slow, but anyways, it works. One thing I don't like, I did have a brick sitting on top of this to stop the warping issues. What I'm going to do, my next step is, see these spots under here? I'm going to print up slabs and glue them in all these spots under the bottom, just these intersections. And the top part, see if that stiffens everything up. If it does, I'll make an updated video. If it doesn't, you probably won't see this printer ever again. It'll go on my printer shelf, get used for small parts that I don't care about precision, because as you might be able to see, it's more actually visible on the black to my eye. Camera, yeah, see that striping? That is because it is 32 steps per rotation max on these little steppers that are used in this. These are geared steppers, 5-pin geared steppers. What that means is the resolution isn't there. You get these marks just because it's only got 32 places it can set. Let me zoom you back out. There you go. I can see it again. Sorry, still not used to this camera. Can't really fix it. Looking at the manufacturing specs for the main steppers, I don't know if these are clones, knockoffs, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They're pretty cheap. They're not easy to replace because of how small they are. Another downside of the 5-pinner, you can't really replace this board with the ramps. Well, you can. I'll tell you how. There's a red wire. The red wire is pin 3 coming out of the stepper, pin 5 coming here. Give it plus 12 volts and run the other 4 pins like a normal stepper driver. It'll run, because I know that because I took this apart, looked at their circuit. It's running standard. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's the same stepper driver as my other printer uses. So if you get a ramps board, you can make this run on ramps. Good luck getting all the settings right. I don't know. Everything should be, I don't know. I'd have to do math. Good luck. But anyways, it works. It gets hot extremely quickly. The leveling I finally got mostly right. As you can see, still got a little bit of low spots where it didn't deposit because it's actually rubbing. It's too low. I stopped using the tape. Want to glue? My preference. I do need it to be stiffer. It just even I ran it at 10 millimeters per second. No, slower. Or at like 8 millimeters a second. This print. It didn't really improve it any, my opinion. Maybe no, not really. So I'll kick it back up to 14 and leave it there when I print. As I said, this is mostly because I left it in cold and didn't really babysit it, or else I would have stopped it like I did this one. And I don't like this filament. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. Anyways, I'm going to stiffen it up, tell you how it goes. I might replace this upper plate. If you can see my hand, this upper plate with something steel. I have some tubing I'm going to put this in so it doesn't drag. I just have zip ties trying to hold it together. Actually had one here, but it would catch on this lip going across. It was really annoying. Couldn't figure it out. It'd make this loud bang as I let go. It's kind of fun, kind of interesting. Anyways, I'm rambling. Go figure. I like to ramble. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. Gals. Whatever. So for $79, I'm pretty happy with it. It can do little parts. I'm going to try to get it to print its own reinforcement brackets. Plates, whatever. If I have to make this out of steel or aluminum, I have both laying around. Not everyone can do that. I do. But we'll see. If I can print it, I'll try that and see how it goes. The only other thing I can't seem to fix is this tower on the top here. The belt will not ride correctly. I still got to mess with that. It doesn't really affect anything other than additional rubbing and drag. So it's probably not good, but it's not really affecting anything too terribly much. Also, my spool is just temporary for now, just to get it so it will feed. Actually, it's twisted right now. So it'll feed into the PTFE tubing. I will set up a more permanent housing solution because it can't take over this workbench for long. And I might go to Octopi. I really doubt it. I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time and money and effort on this printer. It is neat. It is interesting. It is cheap. It actually has reasonably good prints for how cheap it is. I'm pretty happy with it. As long as it sticks. So, as I said, partially my fault for being too cold. Partially, I didn't clean and glue the print well, and I don't like this filament. I'm pretty sure it's partially the filament. I've never had good luck with this filament. I was trying to get rid of it. So that's my review. Yay! I have been fiddling with this quite a lot. I'm willing to answer questions, though I'm not an expert. I am. This is my second printer. I've been fiddling with the other one for about 4 months now. So, there's that. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know if you have questions, like, subscribe, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'd really like to get a community of 101 Hero owners out somewhere so we can discuss and figure out improvements for this thing, because it's cool and cheap. And I'd like more people into the RepRap community. Thanks everyone. See you next time.